Ahoy everybody! Thank you for tuning into Airborne Entrepreneur. Hello and thank you very much for tuning into my podcast. Today I would like to talk about employees' engagement. And I know this is the question that a lot of people, a lot of leaders have in their team. And this is the probably number one problem of low performance, low productivity, employee retention, and really results, I would say results for the organization in general. We want to really find simple steps how to resolve it, how to improve employee engagement. That means this is my goal today. I would like to talk about that a little bit, of how that is influencing your team environment and work and results, and of course give you at least 3 simple steps how to start to improve your employees' retention. We all know that we can easily engage and be involved in something that we truly love and we are passionate about. And sometimes the work don't need to be exactly our passion, but what can be the passion, where the passion can come from is from the vision and mission of the company and from values. That means we are looking for some kind of alignment as an employee. And why it's important to improve engagement is, of course, you probably all know that engaged employees lead to long-term employee retention and high performance that I already said, improved quality of work in general, and of course organizational success and results. And engagement is definitely something that influences culture itself and is creating culture. That is, you'll be able to retain top talents if you will really focus on employee engagement. And I think, from perspective that what employees want or what people want is that they want to be involved, they want to be enthusiastic about their work and organizations, they want to be proud of working at your company, they want to have sense of belonging and the sense of growth and flexibility. That means please be sure that you're giving them those major needs, that they will feel like they belong, they will feel like they're heard, they're seen, and they really matter. From some data in general, you probably know that I already mentioned that when you have toxic culture, and that's culture where is really low engagement, there is research done by 2 companies. I think that was Harvard Business Reviews and also the HR company. And there was 53% people leaving their jobs just because of culture. So really be careful and really check what is happening in your organization. The Gallup data, I think they reveal the percentage of engagement during 2022, and it was, I think, 34 or 33%. And it was actually down from 40% from last year. That means it's actually increasing, what is not really a great sign, because that means over the year we didn't do really a lot of improvement in employee engagement. And I will call everyone who is leading the team, who's working with people, please focus on engagement, because great people, it can happen, I'm not saying everyone, but your great people will leave. And what is the cause of low engagement in general? Probably you may have an idea from the things that I already mentioned. Low engagement is caused by lack of connection, personal growth. That's why I always say invest into your employees, help them to grow in areas they want and they need. Of course, recognition, and I'm not saying they need to all win awards or they need to have bonuses. We are not talking about money here. It's from perspective of even acknowledgement, personal acknowledgement from manager or leader will be really helpful. And I think poor communication or when there is no mission or values aligned culture, of course, that means you can get a little bit of sense what is important for building the high employee engagement. I was looking at engagement definition. I really like what I found, because the engaged person is one who is fully absorbed by and enthusiastic about their work, and so takes positive action to further the organization's reputation and of course interest. this is the place now to mention the contrast. And if someone is disengaged, someone that is doing really, really just bare minimum of work and is damaging reputation of the company and culture, and of course, probably is not very great with customers, that means they can easily decrease customer satisfaction, what we all don't want. Now, I mentioned there's a lot of benefits of engagement, and of course the most important is high performance, productivity, results, but also there is the culture where you're improving mental health and well-being of your team and your employees. Performance, productivity, innovations, results, everything is growing when you have engaged team members. That is, let's focus on what are the maybe just the smallest steps you can take start to improving your employee engagement. The first and most important thing is to create an environment that naturally people can engage and interact and wanting to talk and do things together. How you can do it is, I will just give you like a small tiny probably help here, because what we started as a first conversation with people, that values elicitation. That means you can take your team for lunch or breakfast and you can have just very, very nice, easy conversation about values. But values, they are aspirational for your team. Values, they can help your team to be more aligned and achieve what they want. Because if there is no engagement, maybe think about the values that will help to improve engagement, because we know values are our compass. Create values that will actually help people to move towards engagement. That means, have a session with your team and have definitely a lot of fun and great conversations, and most importantly, ask them questions, ask them what values they want, they feel like what they feel like the team is missing and what they feel like the team can improve. Really have open conversation, but don't tell them like, hey, these are 3 values we need to implement. That's not how we do it. The second part is co-create communication, and what I mean by that is that for engagement, the communication flow, then communication quality and communication visibility has to be really great. That means what we need to do is start to look at how people communicate, where people communicate, what are the places they have the best interaction, how we can support them to create maybe space, maybe meeting, maybe some kind of appointments, whatever can help in communication. Also, of course, there can be new channels, platforms, and we don't need to go there. There's a lot of stuff that can be done digitally. And of course, a lot of platforms that can help them to be different, to communicate better and feel much better. And what I will suggest from perspective of physical environment, there can be something visual you can co-create together to improve communication. Most important or third step is intention. And I would suggest to start maybe co-create some kind of small 5-minute meetings or check-ins that you can all come together before the work week starts and you can talk about vision or goals for the week. But remember, this is the most important part. Don't talk about KPIs that mean nothing for people. That means, of course, we can set up KPI, we can set up what is the sales, what we want to achieve, what's the number we want to achieve this week. But we want to talk about qualitative performance indicators. And that's more about what behaviors we want to demonstrate this week, what we want to think, how we want to think this week, what is our, intention of the week. Maybe you can have theme every week. Just start to create something that is more inspirational for people. They will feel aligned, they will feel somehow connected. We can't really feel connected to numbers if it's just the sales goal is, $150,000 this week. I don't think people will be very connected. If you say, okay, let's have a look how we can achieve better, that is, 100 or 1 million in sales this week, how we can do it better, how we can support each other, how we can communicate better, how we can support someone that is not achieving what they want and ask for help. How are you going to ask for help? Start to have those conversations and start to see how every week when you have this 5-10 minutes meeting will start to shape and how that will actually start to become great habit for your team, but also how that will change and shift in conversation and thinking about this meeting. I will say this is probably all where I will start with. There is so many things that you can do to improve engagement. There are so many things in communication, and I think communication is the most important part in engagement improvement. And I will definitely suggest to talk to someone, talk to us, talk to someone else. Let's start to talk about this and how you can solve it, particularly in your team or with your people. I know this sounds very easy, but trust me, when you start with your small team, and after that, when you measure the results, in behaviors and thinking and performance, and you will realize there is a lot of change, a lot of improvement, you can actually start moving towards different change tactics that you can bring this into other teams, you can bring this to another departments, or you can test it with maybe in bigger scale. The most important thing is to start. That means if you are a team leader and you are not sure what to do, and you are still have feeling that you can't create any change because you have some strict rules about how to do it and what to do with your team, that's not true. You can always improve human being experience, and you can always improve people's behavior and how they see the thing, how they see the organization, how they see their team. You can actually help them to shift perception and therefore shift engagement and therefore shift their results and success. Guys, that's probably all from me. If you would like to get into interview or conversation with us and see if you are suitable for our great, awesome transformational leadership coaching group mastermind, where we are all connecting those amazing people. They are leading teams, they are leading organizations or businesses, and they want to improve all those factors like engagement, well-being, and they want to really, really have that amazing culture where they can all coexist, co-create, and co-innovate, and being very responsive and flexible and creating the best environment for your employees, and therefore create a really happy place to work from. I think that's absolutely amazing that we are able to connect all those people and learn from each other, work together, and go through real transformation and create that internal well-being, what we are all probably high-driven, very, very busy people missing. Internal well-being will help you to achieve amazing results, alignment, and inner peace. That means when you will lead your people, you will always come with intentions and from perspective of acceptance and with really high emotional fitness. It will help you to solve all problems, issues, conflicts, and improve performance. Okay, I talked enough, and I hope I will talk to you soon. Please just check the link. In our description, podcast description, and jump on a very short meeting. I will be happy to hear from you, listen to you, learn what you are experiencing in your role, and what is the next step you would like to achieve in your career. I'm looking forward to it, and have a beautiful day.